Okay, go.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We're happy to have you. At Shannon, correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So why don't we just start and you can tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm currently a student at BYU, Idaho. I am studying communications and my emphasis is in public relations. I currently work at the online curriculum department at my school where I help in designing the online classes and putting them together and doing little projects here and there for just making whether it's updating materials or making it more user-friendly and that kind of thing. So that's where I'm at right now. I really like my major, I really like my school, and it's going really well.
Awesome, good to hear. And what made you want to apply for this position?
So I heard about your company probably a year or 2 years ago, and I just loved the design of your products. I love the suitcases that you create. I think that it's really cool that you make affordable luggage, and I think that it's super good quality, and I follow you guys on social media, and I think that you guys have a great platform, and I think that you're reaching a very broad audience between younger people and as well as older people. Just, I think you've done a great job at developing your company, and I think it's growing really quickly. I think that's really awesome.
Well, thank you. We'll try to do our best.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what do you think would be your greatest strength that you could bring to our company?
I think that I have a really good attention to detail. I pay really good close attention. I'm good at staying focused, and I'm also very personable and able to just talk with people and have conversations. And I think doing something that involves customer experience, I think I would really excel in having conversations with people who are either satisfied or not satisfied with their products, and be really good at helping them and making sure that their experience goes smoothly.
Wonderful. And so in addition to your job, what other experience do you have that you've been able to have? I have experience with clients, like helping people working with customers.
Yeah, so partially from my resume, I worked in the fast food industry as a teenager, which is talking a lot to people. I worked mainly at the cash register, and so it was just a lot of conversation and a lot of being able to, no matter how tired you are, no matter what's going on in your life, putting on a friendly face and being able to have conversations with other people. And so I think that that really helps me there, and just in day-to-day life, I really thrive off of human interaction.
Perfect. So, as you know, like on the description, we're really looking for someone that can deal with a really busy and hectic and fast-paced type of job. So how do you believe that you'll be able to handle that kind of stress? And
Yeah, for sure. So I personally don't like to not be busy. I prefer to be busy. I prefer to have lots of things going on. At my job, I have multiple tasks with various due dates, and so it's a lot about prioritizing and a lot about thinking, okay, when is this due? How much time do I need to set aside for this? And working in an environment, especially lately, where I've had a lot of hard deadlines and things where I needed to put in extra time and work faster than even normal in getting things done when they needed to be done. And so I think I really like a fast-paced environment. I really enjoy it. I think it energizes me, and I think I could definitely excel in that area.
that's wonderful. Because that's definitely something that, we want our workers to be able to handle, because stress is a real thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think that I am able to deal with stress pretty well. I think that it's all about being able to put aside like a little bit of time, whether it's at night or in the morning or whatever, where you're able to recharge and able to go. I think you should always be doing things that you're able to go 110% at, and if you're not able to do that, then you shouldn't do it. I think that this is one of those things that I'm able to do that.
Awesome. And so kind of going along with that, you know, we believe that positivity is a big thing. We definitely want our workers to, you know, feel like there's no task too small for them to do, like they're just willing to do anything. So why would you consider positivity an important aspect of your life or of your job?
Yeah, for sure. I think positivity is so important. I think we're constantly surrounded by people who don't maybe think that way or don't act that way, and I think for me at least positivity makes me excited, and I think especially there are some tasks, whether it's in my school or in my work, that I'm not excited about, that maybe that aren't the most fun thing that you're gonna do, but you still have to keep that positivity because it makes it a lot worse if you're negative about it. I think that if you're gonna have a negative or maybe not a fun thing to do, then you should bring it up by being positive rather than keeping it down there by being negative.
And do you have an experience, a past experience where like you've seen that negativity or you've seen like how it can really affect a certain situation?
Yeah, I think I've had a roommate in the past who was very negative about her schooling and about, you know, money situations. And I think in result, she made them so big that she didn't want to do them or didn't want to try to improve her situation. And so I think that if you do allow yourself to become too negative, that you'll just kind of want to give up and you'll think, oh, maybe this is like too much. And I think that positivity, going back to no task too big, really helps in, if you're being positive about it, you're going to think you can do it. Whereas if you're being negative about it, you might convince yourself that you can't do it. And so I think I watched that a lot with my roommate, and I just realized that that wasn't a productive way to get things done, and that being negative, not only is it not as fun, but it really hurts your progress.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
And so that's why we really want to focus on, you know, having that growth and that positivity, especially when you're trying to learn something new.
Oh, for sure.
And so what would you consider one of your biggest weaknesses?
That's a good question. Let me think. I think sometimes I get really passionate about an idea and I don't know where to stop. I think sometimes the passion is a drive that maybe is like too strong, and maybe I need to bring it back in and be like, okay, like you have to look at this from a realistic standpoint, because I think that I just have a lot of passion, and if I get really excited about something, I'll kind of like obsess over it for like a long time and be like, oh, like this is like controlling my thoughts and my actions, and sometimes I have to be like, okay, like you have to take a step back and make sure that, you know, everything else is going well and that you're able to accomplish what's going on. So, yeah.
That's wonderful. And just another question, what comes to mind when you think of the phrase mountains to climb?
Personally, I'm from Colorado, and so I love hiking, and so I think of hiking, and I think hiking is a good metaphor for this in that it's a lot of work, and it's there's always more mountains to climb. And just because you get to the top of one mountain doesn't mean that you're not going to find another mountain to go to the top of. And I think that that's just a good philosophy for life, of like you're going to have all these like times where a lot of your life is that uphill climb, but in between, like interspersed, is just these like beautiful views, and you just have to think that the climb is worth the view and reach that point, and then find another hill to climb and reach that point again. And I think in the end, the effort and the reward balance each other out.
Awesome. So kind of thinking, I like what you said, like going towards like a goal. So what are some goals that you have for your future?
I am a very goal-oriented person. I think they keep me like steady. I would say right now my goal is to graduate college, of course, and from there I really want to have a successful career. And I think it's important to keep in mind that success looks different to everyone, and everybody has a different idea of what they think is success. And I think for me, it's a job where I feel challenged, but I also feel like I can handle it, and where I feel pushed, but I am also able to find balance, and I'm able to find rewarding experiences in my job. And so I think that that's kind of how I define success in my career life. I also have a goal of, a family and that kind of thing, and, financial successes here and there.
So, I just had a question. That was a good one too.
Okay.
Sorry, I really just blanked on that one.
You're good.
I wish I remembered. But do you happen to have any questions for me?
I think, is there anything that you would say would be important that I have to be successful in this position? Anything that you can think of?
Just kind of what we already talked about. Like, we're really looking for someone that can deal with the fast-paced work that before us, is willing to be flexible, is willing to be a positive addition to our company. Because there are lots of people that are qualified for the job, but we're looking really at the type of persons, people that we're hiring. We want someone who can work well with others, who is willing to help others, like the customer is willing to put them first, helping them to have just a pleasant experience. Someone who's always looking forward to learn and to grow and isn't too fazed by a challenge. A lot of things that we talked about.
Awesome.
Also, the positivity is a huge thing.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
being able to have that good climate of just a happy, hardworking person.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. You're gonna
Yay.